Ladies and gents, welcome back. All things covered. Patrick Peterson and Bryant McFadden coming right back at you guys and girls. Another episode to talk about recapping a tough loss. Oh my goodness, man. I was sick to my stomach. I was throwing up everything, man. Everything I ate, I was letting it go. That's how sick I was. But we got to talk about this loss against the Cleveland Browns this past weekend. And then an early look ahead to another divisional matchup. Week 12 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. A win against Cincinnati would make me feel a lot better. And I think it's safe to say that would be the same for you guys as well. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about it. Pat P, Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns. Recap. Browns win 13-10. My prediction was Steelers winning 17-12. All right. You were 17-0 in your previous 17 one-score games, Pat P. How does it feel to be on the losing side of one of those games for the first time in a long, long time? We talked about that stat with you last week as well. We probably should have left it alone.
Definitely probably should have left it alone. But it felt kind of awkward, because like you said, I've been in those moments a lot in the last 17 games, so and found ways to come out on top. Each and every time. So this time was a little bit awkward because this whole game, even when we was down 10-0, I was just saying all we need is just one play to get us back in the game. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be another one of those Steelers, Browns classic coming down to the end. And it did. It just didn't fall our way, So a couple things that we can clean up going into that last drive. I believe we played so well, besides the second drive of the game, defensively, and it's that last drive, man. And that's why, coaches always talk about, playing 60 minutes, not 59 minutes and 59 seconds, Joe. So we just got to play a little bit cleaner on that in that last drive to, get those key stops.
How did your game prep and the defensive guys' game prep change midweek when you found out that Dorian Thompson-Robinson was going to start in place of Deshaun Watson?
Well,
did you guys have to go back to watching some preseason tape of DTR?
No, we didn't necessarily go back and watch any preseason tape. We just, watched the games that he played in. Any preseason, he only played in one game, so watch the game he started in, and watch a couple games, watch the game plan, watch how the Cleveland Browns wanted to call games when Deshaun Watson was not in the lineup, because there's quite a lot of tape of that with him not in the lineup. So we just wanted to kind of get a beat of how they wanted to call the game without Deshaun.
So when you talk about how they were calling the ball game, clearly they came out with the mentality of dinking dunk, not allowing the pass rushers to kind of, make DTR uncomfortable. And I think that's a smart game plan when you talk about starting a rookie quarterback. You don't want him holding the football long when you got guys like TJ and Alex coming down the barrel. But when you see a team, utilizing the quick game, for you and for the defenders, are there any in-game adjustments you can make, or you just kind of try to continue to play that shell type defense, keeping everything in front of you?
Well, we kind of understood that going into the game, honestly, that they wasn't going to allow him to turn to put them in harm's way for the most part. So we knew they was going to run the game. Run the ball. We knew they was going to commit to their running game, and run the football by committee, including him. So, and we knew they was going to get Njoku involved in the screen game a lot, and that did that well. Yeah, yes, sir. We also knew when they dropped back and pass, if it was going to any of the receivers, we knew it was going to go to Amari Cooper. So only thing I could probably say in game, once we got in game, once we saw the routes that we was getting, especially with Amari Cooper, and with me having the observation, and I don't know if he was on the injury report, but when I came into the game, I'm like, going into the second quarter, I'm like, man, something's not right, man. I don't know if Amari's hurt. He ain't running no routes past 10 yards, and the coordinator's not allowing the quarterback to throw anything past 10 yards. So, therefore, you could play a little bit more stout at the line of scrimmage, play a little bit more heavy on the inside in certain situations.
Yeah.
That's probably the only adjustment that I feel that we made during the game. We needed to make during the game.
What were the turning points of the ball game for you?
The turning points?
Yeah.
I'd probably say, man, when we wasn't able to flip the field position after Sully interception. Although we still didn't give up points, but I feel like if we was able to flip the field position, because the defense was rolling at the time, at least get them back on 15, 10-yard line, hopefully get the 3 and out, get those guys to punt it back. And now, now the offense can be a little bit more, comfortable, So I'll probably say that part of the game. I think that was although that was third quarter, but I feel like we started to gain the momentum. Well, if we was able to,
that was huge. That was a huge play.
Yeah, if we was able to do something with it, I believe we would have took the air out of the stadium. But we end up going 3 and out, having to punt the ball, and I think we made them punt again, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it frustrating for you? I know it's frustrating it's very, very frustrating for fans when you see the offense punt the football so much. Like in that sequence that you just referenced in regards to getting that touch, that turnover by Sullivan. I think they went 3 and out and boop, punt the football. Didn't have a good punt. You guys right. Cleveland basically got the football right back with they threw the interception based on the inability to get positive yards and then a horrible punt. So for you guys defensively, especially in that ball game when it was offense was limited on both sides for the most part, but especially coming from the Pittsburgh Steelers, are you guys frustrated on the sideline? And do you guys ever say anything to the offensive guys?
Man, with me, to be honest with you, I'm not frustrated because as defenders, obviously it's our job to control what we can control.
Yep.
That's obviously not allowing teams to score points, march the ball up and down the field, and create turnovers by any way that we can. So I don't know, what they're calling or what's going on the offensive side of the ball. All we can do is continue to control what we can control, but because we understand and we all know that, no matter how good the offense is or how bad it is, it's going to always be a defensive team. And we carry that on our shoulders each and every week, no matter what the offense does. Like, we have goals with ourselves of going out there, taking the ball away first and foremost, and scoring our damn selves. So that's our mentality each and every time we step out on the field. And when you have guys having that type of mentality, we can give a rat's ass what happens on the other side of the ball, because if we dial in and do what we're supposed to do, not have any mislaps, not having any breakdown in communication. No, not many teams that can march up and down the field on us, especially in the second half. We've proven that week in and week out. When we make our halftime adjustments, teams don't get on the scoreboard very often.
In a game like last Sunday, when you're playing against that type of defense, and heck, it might be the same storyline against Cincinnati, just being on the road, field position is extremely important. That was going to be a field position ball game. That's why they were able to score the points they scored, because they benefited from good field position. Two things that hurt you guys. Special teams punting the football wasn't good at all. Wasn't good. And offensively, just never got an opportunity to get a rhythm. And I understand we had that Jaylen Warren outstanding touchdown run, which was a great play, well-designed, well-blocked. He made a guy miss, and he just utilized speed. But outside of that, didn't really get anything from the offense outside of that one splash play. So at some point in time, offensively, they got to come to the party. Pat, it's a free party, free admission. They got good music, good food, good beverages. You just got to show up. That's all they got to do. Get to the party. Because I understand, and you're in the game and you're talking like a player, that's how you're supposed to talk. But how sustainable is it when one side has all the pressure? When you guys play a football game, based on how we've seen it over the last few weeks, you guys got to go into that ball game knowing, man, we can't surrender more than 13 points.
Yeah.
We got to play flawless, and that puts more pressure on you guys. You guys start pressing to make plays, because in that ball game, I said defensively they got to score, because our offense couldn't score outside of that one long run. So, question for you, I know you just got there, so you're not really a senior in the organization, but who would you say is the leader on the offense, or who are the leaders on the offense?
That's a good question, Mac.
That's the problem.
Like, I feel like...
Hold on. Before you even answer the question, I'm going to ask you another question. Who would you say are the leaders on the defensive side?
Oh, man, it's a bunch of them.
Throw me out a few names. You ain't got to throw out a few names.
Cam, TJ, Alex, Meek.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question I asked Pat P for our listeners and our viewers, who would you say are the leaders on the offensive side? He had to think. That's the problem. Because when you guys are screwing up, hypothetically speaking, if you guys are screwing up on the defensive side, there are quite a few guys that would call the troops together and say, hey, get it in line. Right? Right or wrong?
Right.
And there are quite a few guys that if they were to do that in a game on the sideline, everybody's going to be attentive and listen. Right or wrong?
Right.
Offensively, who's that guy?
You got to find that guy, man.
That's the issue, too. If you're telling me you got to find that guy during the season, that should already been established before the season starts. Because you got to, in these moments like what we just witnessed Sunday.
But Matt, you got to think about this as well. Like, this is not an excuse. Like, we have on the offensive side of the ball, is very many guys that really played a ton of football and really had an opportunity to lead a room. And they haven't had many guys to really show them how to lead a room. So I feel like, if that's my job, to do a better job at, giving Kenny nuggets on how to, grab the bull by the horn, although I've never been on the offensive side of the ball, but maybe giving him some nuggets on how to galvanize the troops, how to get the troops together, how to get everybody to buy in to what the hell coach got, what coach want to call, or his philosophy, because we're right there, man. I tell guys all the time, man, that the window in the NFL and your playing career and the opportunity to do something special is this big, man. And a lot of people think it lasts forever. So you must and you have to take advantage of the opportunities that you have in front of you, because you never know when you won't have another opportunity. You know what I mean? So, we're in a very, very blessed, field and situation right now, because we still have an opportunity to control our own destiny.
No question.
That's why I want to continue to harp on and have the guys understand, if we just put our heads down and focus on the tasks that we have to focus on each and every week, we're going to be right where we want to be. We just got to control what we can control. And that's winning ball games. That's respecting the process throughout the week, so we can get those W's on Sunday.
And also, too, for that to become a reality, we got to see instant change. Now, two things is going to happen from what we witnessed this past Sunday, Pat P, in my opinion. That loss, how super devastating it was, because, you played against a third-string quarterback on the road, and you were right there, and that's a divisional game. Either that's going to bring the guys together, where you establish a sense of leadership, pride to go out and fight, or it's going to create a disconnect. You know what I mean? So now This is where you really this is where the rubber meets the road, where you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, man, screw all the excuses, screw all what we think should be done or what shouldn't be done. Go out and get the job done. And hopefully at some point in time, there's a sense of leadership establishing on the offensive side. Because right now, if you don't have a leader, you don't have an individual that can get people together, get the morale going. Because one side plays with juice. You know what I mean? The other side really don't play with the same juice. And that's a problem. Yeah. That is a problem. You know what I mean? And that's an issue, I think. You got to have juice. And you guys got too many guys on the defensive side that can be a leader. And the guys ain't doing it right in the secondary. You got guys like Mick. You know what I mean? Up front guys, Cam. You know what I mean? TJ. Mm-hmm. Offensively, you talked about the lack of seniority. Yeah, that's an issue. But now somebody got to step up. And I think, me personally, Pat P, when you play the quarterback position, that's a leadership position, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a leadership position. And you got to make sure at some point in time, going through trials and tribulations, that's what we got to do. Let's get the guys together. And that's what we're missing, in my opinion. Yeah. But before we transition to the Bengals preview, can I complain to you real quick, Pat P, about what really got me going Sunday? And I'm probably
but go ahead and tell me.
Yep. All right. So when the drive before the final field goal drive for the Browns, when the defense forced them to punt, I was like, we got extra football. We're going to overtime. I said 2 things going to happen. Either our offense drive, get a field goal into field goal range for bars, we kick it, or we go to overtime. That's what I thought. So I can't remember the exact time on the clock at that time, but I think it was around 141. There you go. So Cleveland punts the football, 141. First play, we throw the ball, which confused the heck out of me because I'm like, man, we gotta utilize the time, the clock. The clock is on our side, right? Defense was playing good football. The clock is on our side. First play, pass, incomplete. Pat Fee, we probably ran 2 seconds off the clock, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So I said, second down got to be a run. Screen draw, it got to be a run. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a run for sure because you want the clock to run. You want to force them to either utilize their timeouts or force them to kind of get in cruise control and be like, okay, overtime is what we're going to do. We're going to win it with our defense. The same thing I was thinking with our defense. Second down, pass. I said, what the frick? Now, mind you, it ain't like the passing game was really doing anything all game. Pass game, it wasn't. So I'm like, second down, second and 10, you got to run the ball. We throw the ball. Incompletion. I said, well, dang. I said, well, we all know what's going to happen third down. I think we're going to throw it for sure right now. Third down, we threw the ball, Pat P. Incompletion. 3 straight plays, we utilized maybe 12, 15 seconds off the clock. So if you're Cleveland, now you say, oh, boy, they gave us a window of opportunity. I said, so now we punt the football, Pat P. So I said, okay, if we can at least flip the field position, right? Defense can bolt it back. Guess what happened, Pat P? It was a 20-something yard punt. 20-something yard punt. I said, I can't believe this. So now as a defender, you know how it is, Pat P. When you're in that situation, you can't really be too aggressive because you don't want to be too aggressive. Then 1 or 2 plays, they're already in field goal range for a makeable field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So in that situation, it's almost like the position, the situation is in favor of the offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened? 3 or 4 plays, they're in field goal range. Now, in my mind, Pat P., like I said, 2 things happen. We attempt the field goal or we go into overtime. Or by the time we punt the football back to Cleveland, there ain't enough clock for them to feel confident in a third-string quarterback to try to take shots to get in field goal range. But no, we ran 3 plays in a matter of 12 to 15 seconds, and they didn't use 1 timeout. When I saw that, that was our window right there, Pappy.
Yeah, man. I thought the same thing, but
something to learn from.
Yeah, just something to learn from. And here we are, 6-4.
You still 6-4.
Yeah,
you still 6-4.
Looking on to the dango Bengals.
Yeah, and that loss makes this game that much more important.
Man, I always say every game in November, December is important.
It's important. Yeah, but
every last one of them. But just because you're gonna go through the cycle, your carousel of your divisional opponents, the last game is always your versus a divisional opponent, and that's when you're going to start seeing more of the playoff team. The intensity picks up a little bit more. The atmosphere is a little bit thicker. Like it's just something just different about November, December football. So every game is a must win, in my opinion, November, December, if you want to really separate yourself.
And also, too, what makes that loss so disheartening? Yeah, I say disheartening. Is because they had their third string quarterback playing.
I know, man.
I know you know how NFL go. There ain't no guaranteed win.
Yeah,
There are some ball games where the likelihood of this team winning is more likely than other in some ball games.
Right. I just feel like, we lost against a third string quarterback because he was, obviously getting the snaps.
Hey, no. Y'all ain't lost to the third string quarterback because it wasn't like he was out there giving y'all hell. Right. No, we not doing that. I know. Yeah. We not gonna sit here and say, yeah, DTR was cutting up. No. He made a few plays here and there, but they didn't win because of him. Now he ain't screwed up outside that interception, but they minimized the game for him too. They simplified.
Yeah.
They won because their defense made more plays and they had great field position.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, we just gotta get that killer instinct as a team. Like as a team, like when I say as a team, meaning all three phases. Like you talked about the juice. Like we all got to be on that same tip, man, when we step out on that field because we got the dudes to do it.
Happy you got another. Well, yeah, Jake Brown is not a third stringer, but he's a second stringer, and that's who up next. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, the Bengals preview. Pat P. Sunday, Cincinnati, the next ball game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's a lot that has happened with the Cincinnati Bengals, to say the least. Last Thursday night, they lost their franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow, LSU alum. Go
Tigers.
Go Tigers. Yeah, LSU alum. So he is done for the season. Hearing that, when you heard that, of course, you wasn't getting ready to play against Cincinnati. He was getting ready for Cleveland. But what was your reaction when you heard that Joe Burrow was done?
Man, I saw the game. I was actually watching the game because I knew that was our next opponent. So I wanted like an extra beat on him. And it's crazy that you say that, man. Watching that, just going back to July. I was like, man, Joe ain't healthy, man. And I'm not even in the locker room. Just obviously seeing, the calf injury and the way he played early on. He just wasn't playing with that same fire that we was used to seeing. With that same that swag and that attitude, that fire in his eye that we was used to seeing. I'm like, man, Joe, something ain't right with Joe. Then obviously all this stuff started coming out with the stuff wrapped on his hand. The team wasn't reporting that.
Which is some BS. They talking about they weren't aware. Stop lying.
Right. So
stop lying.
It was tough to see Joe go out because obviously, I know he's a trooper. He wanted to be out there for his guys, but he just didn't look like himself from the beginning of the year, to be quite honest with you. And it sucks to see him go down, with the injury. But hopefully he comes back. Not hopefully, I know he's going to come back, stronger and better than he ever was. Because that's one thing I will say about Joe. He loved a challenge, man. So. I can't wait to see, what the outcome is going to be for him on the other side of this. But I hated to see him go down in that manner, in that way. Obviously, always rooting for my LSU Tigers, except for when we going against them. But it sucked to see him go down that way for sure.
Yeah, and with that being said, Jake Browning steps in as a starting quarterback the rest of the way. Clearly, he will be starting against the Pittsburgh Steelers this Sunday. When you talk about playing against a guy similar to what you guys had last week in DTR, not having a lot of film out on them, how do you prepare for a guy that hasn't really played a lot on this level?
They're going to do the same thing. They're going to run. They're not going to throw the ball, Pat. Well, I will say this. They will throw the ball past 10 yards just because of the receiver they have. He have the ability to get, down the field.
Yeah.
But that will only be probably a go ball. It won't be like no stuff that the quarterback got to sit back there and digest and see what the safety is and this, that, and another. It's going to be, he know where he's going with the ball, and that's up the sideline. The safest throw for him to give his receiver an opportunity to make a play on the ball. But other than that, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to run the football by committee. Obviously, we know Joe Mixon is obviously a very dangerous running back and can carry the load for the Cincinnati Bengals team. So we know we're going to get a heavy dose of him. We know we're going to get screens in all forms and fashion. And, if it is drop back pass and not down the sideline, it's going to be very intermediate throws, star concepts, flat concepts, just easy throws for the quarterback and not giving him an opportunity to screw it up. So we'll see what happens Sundays, but that's what I'm expecting going into the game.
So you talk about Jake Browning, and this offense might show similar traits or a few different things here or there. For Jake Browning to have a good game, he got to throw the football at some point in time. And for him, the luxury he has is good pass catchers.
That's what I was about to say. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. He got some guys, and you played against Jamar Chase his first game a few years ago when you were with Minnesota.
Yeah,
Minnesota, right?
2021.
Yeah, his first game against Minnesota. And you've seen a lot of him, just highlights and things like that. What have you seen in regards to the growth to where he is now in his career compared to the first game years ago, week 1 against Minnesota?
Man, when I first got an opportunity to see him, he was a baby. It was his first game in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, he really didn't have a really good preseason because he had a real bit bad habit of dropping passes in the preseason. I'll never forget Coach coming in there talking about how many passes that he dropped during preseason, just like easy passes too, like go balls right in his hand. And I'll be damned, he ain't dropped no passes against us.
No. I remember that preseason. He did have a few issues with the drops. I remember that. Yeah, I remember he had a few issues with the drops.
So I know he had no issue dropping the ball against us when we played him week 1. But just to see, where he started and where he is now, I'm not surprised. But to see, how he really, not only him, but him and Justin. I don't want to, put Justin in and steal his thunder right now. But just to see how they just took the game and put it in a chokehold, man. And just
LSU boys, no question.
Yeah, really just left off, where it all started in college and bringing it into the pros. It's like, yeah, man, we did that in college. We can do it here too. Yeah. So it was awesome to see their mentality and their belief in themselves that they are the best at what they do.
And, the last few weeks they didn't have T. Higgins. We don't know his status just yet, but when he's in the lineup as well, makes that offense even more dangerous in regards to throwing the football. One thing I did notice when Jake Browning got into the ball game against the Ravens, they did a great job in putting pressure on him. He did extend plays with his legs, making things happen, but they made things difficult for him, collapsing the pocket, and hopefully the offensive strategy won't prevent our edge rushers and pass rushers to be able to put pressure on a guy like Jake Browning. Big ball game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big ball game, AFC North matchup again, 2 weeks in a row on the road against the AFC foe. It's prediction time. Ladies and gents, get your popcorn ready, get your notes ready. All right, so last week I predicted Pittsburgh to win by 5. They actually lost by 3. Now, the under definitely hit. Final score was 13-10. My under was set at 29, so the under hit. But for this ball game, I think we do better when I give 2 predictions, Pat P. When I give 2 predictions.
Yeah, give 3 if you got it.
Yeah, you're right. I might need to give 3 because I gave 2 before. I'm gonna get 3. All right, score prediction. 23. 14. Pittsburgh win.
I like 23. I like anything in the 20s for us.
All right, no question. We praying for a 20-point ball game. Let's go. Kenny Pickett's going to throw 2 touchdowns. All right. Offense will have 400 yards of total offense. That's what I'm saying right there. 23-14 Pittsburgh win. Kenny Pickett will throw 2 touchdowns.
KP.
And gonna give us
400 yards of offense.
Pat P, if all 3 of those things happen, I might take a shot for you.
Please. I know you don't like them.
I don't drink none of that devil's nectar. I don't drink the devil's nectar. But that devil's nectar, I don't like that.
Hey, they ain't the devil's nectar, man.
That's what the old people call it. The old folks call it devil's
man,
nectar.
the good Lord drink wine.
Well, I'm talking about, I'm going to take a shot of hard liquor if this happens. I ain't sipping on no red and white wine. This is going to be hard liquor. So, no, sir. So if that happened, I said I might have to take a shot.
There you go. If that hit, all things covered, viewers and listeners, you hear it here first. If all three of those hit, me and Matt are taking a shot.
Pat, you drank.
I understand that, but I'm gonna take one with you.
Of what? What you gonna take a shot of? You got that expensive liquor. But I went to Pat P house one time. He had some alcohol I never heard of before. I said, that must be rich people stuff. I said, where did they come from?
Did you like my setup though, man?
You got good, cool setup now, but you got to have alcohol that people could have seen, or they can read out of the label. You can't have no alcohol where nobody can't understand what they say. We don't even know what.
Is my house exclusive?
Say no more then.
I can't give you no Walmart brand.
You can't. What's wrong with a little hen dog, or a little Hennessy, a little Patron, a little tequila?
I don't drink Hennessy anyway, but I do have brown liquor for my guests, but it ain't no Hennessy. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I'm talking to Pat P. I'm sorry, Patrick Peterson. That's who I'm talking to.
When you saw my what am I serving my guests? I got the Medusa, the Versace glasses, man.
Yeah.
Did you see Medusa at the bottom?
No question.
All right. No question. So I can't put Henny in that.
No, you can't. You got to put Henny. Yeah, no disrespect.
To Henny.
Yeah, we welcome all sponsorships.
Yeah, no disrespect to Henny.
Yeah, you just had alcohol I'd never heard of before. Like, what triggers that? Like,
because when I travel, man, I be bringing stuff back with me, man. All them fancy, nice bottles. Like, I like it. I like the setup. I like the, give a little history behind it. Because what happened when you was like, man, where you get this from? I was like, yeah, man, I'm such and such. I got this from da-da-da-da. I even had a tequila that had gold flakes in it, huh, Matt?
No question. It looked good too. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not about to partake. But it looked like that could do something to your soul.
I'm gonna drink that when I retire. That's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first time I pop that open.
That ain't been open yet.
Nah, I ain't open. I bought it in Dubai for that reason.
Yeah. If you got,
what the gold stand for?
What it stand for?
Come on, man. Don't be crazy.
What the gold stand for?
Come on, man. Don't be crazy, man.
I'm not a drinker, Pat P. Help me. Inform me. I know what I don't know.
Retire and I take
the gold jacket.
That's the goal, man.
You're gonna be in Ken.
That's the goal. Question. That's the goal.
And if you want me to give your speech coming up, I'll get them fired up, boy. I'll give them what they're looking for. I don't know how much time they allow me to have, but they better give me a time limit, because if they don't, you already know. I'll let the world know. And now, like how they do for MJ fadeaway, my goal. That's what you better give me a time to say, hey, man, you only can talk for 5 minutes. You sure?
Man, that's the goal, man. That is the goal.
Or you pop that whenever you're right. You say that Dubai bottle when that happened.
Yeah, that's the goal.
All right, Pat. You owe us a Waffle House visit at the end of the season.
Hey, man, did I agree upon that?
Huh?
Did I agree upon that I was going to go to Waffle House when I did not get an interception? What did the fans say? Because we put a poll out, right?
Yeah, they say you should go.
No, Eric. What they say? Hey, jump in.
Check the stats.
What they say, Eric?
They said he should go. We had more comments saying Pat should go because that basically was a turnover. He created a turnover.
Oh,
I read it. Yeah, we don't have we lots of YouTube comments, and the majority of those comments said Pat P should go. So that's what we're doing. So since you're going to Waffle House at the end of the season, if all three of these things happen, I'll take a shot at that devil's nectar.
All right.
And I don't drink neither, but I got a lot of options as well. I ain't got no Dubai bottle. But I got some options, and I take a shot.
Hey, but you do drink wine though, huh?
No,
you never drank wine before either.
I don't sip wine. I don't drink no wine, man. I drink water. I don't drink none of the partakes in the devil's nectar.
Man, you can drink some wine, Mac.
Well, I could, but I don't. It's nasty. Wine doesn't taste good. I have the taste bud of a toddler.
Hey, I got some wine for you, my guy, that I got from South Africa. Woo! Hey, we're gonna have a game night when I get home, man. So
yeah, we play Boo Ray and I'm gonna boo you.
Nah, we ain't playing this. This gonna be a game night. There ain't no Boo-ray. No.
I'm gonna boo you.
No, we ain't booing. We playing some. We gonna play some bed whiz.
I don't know. I won't play
You
Boo-ray.
mean no?
I don't know nothing about no biz whiz. That sound like for old folks. Shouts out to all the elderly people listening to us, by the way.
It's just spades. It's just call it a different name. It's just played differently. It's honestly
spade.
Come on, man. Come on,
I ain't never
man.
see your
Anyway,
spade game.
it's just like, honestly, I think you will like bid whiz because it's just like it's almost a form of Boo-ray. So it's spades, but then you have to bid. You have to, so the dealer, whoever the dealer is, he flip over a trump. So whatever trump he flip over, that is what the spade is for that game. So now you looking in your hand, and now you give away, you give away your bats or whatever, and then you get, whatever new cards that you want. So if you got, say for instance, the dealer flips over a heart, and you got 3 hearts,
you keep them.
You want to keep those and get rid of whatever bad cards you think that's not going to win.
Just like Boo-ray.
Exactly. And that's why I say, and it's more excitement because it's early, and there'd be a lot of neck chopping. A lot more excitement than regular spades because now you really have to bid your hand. Ain't no sandbagging because that's going to show. And it just cut all of that out of it. It's way more excitement. And it is an old folks game.
Yeah, that sounds like it's old folks game. Shouts out to the elderly people.
Yeah.
I might have to try that, but I am the Boo-ray king, so I like playing Boo-ray. But I played
Booed you a couple times last time we played.
Oh Lord, he just threw a pick. I'm sorry. You ain't boo me. All right, so 23-14.
Next door neighbor, I booed you a couple times. Why?
Kenny throws 2 touchdowns for 400 yards, and me and Pat P take a shot. McMahon takes a shot. All right, that happened. That's how much I want to see you guys win, and I want to see offensive production. I'm willing to put my drink on the line for you guys, Pat P.
Hey, you know what? Better yet, I don't know if Kevin Hart's watching this or if he's ever watching this. But Kevin Hart's tequila,
it's pretty good.
Man, I don't know if it's the first white reposado, but man, I'm digging that.
Shouts out to kid. What's the name of his liquor?
Grand Cameo or something like that. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Grand Cameo.
Let me see. Yeah, Grand Cameo. Yeah, I like that. That's smooth. Man, we gotta get Kevin Hart on the show, man. Somehow, some way. We know he's a big Eagles fan, NFL fan. I would just like to talk some ball with him and some shit.
No question.
Kevin Hart's he's a funny dude, man. I just want to just break some bread with him.
No question. And drink some of his liquor.
Exactly. That devil's
you drink while I just sit here and partake.
If we get Kevin Hart, you gotta have some of that devil's nectar with us. We all gotta be a little tipsy.
You trying to turn me into a drunk?
No,
on a live podcast?
No, I didn't say that. Ain't nothing wrong with a drink, man.
You're right. Listen, I got a toddler taste, but if y'all win the rest of the way, I take a shot for every win. If that means for y'all to win, I take a shot after every game.
Okay,
that's how much I love the Steelers. If y'all win, well, no, for this game, all 3 of these got to happen.
Yeah, and if all 3 of those happen and we win, when we win,
when y'all win, then the following week, if y'all just outright win.
No, I get that. I ain't gonna be like you. The three prediction has to hit.
Yeah.
And after that, every win you have to take a shot. Not winning on out. After every win, you got to take a shot.
No, we got to revisit that one now.
No, I ain't revisit what you said. I said, all right, I'll do it.
But I didn't give you any extra bets, anything like that. I just gave you one. What are you talking about? I feel like
that's just one.
You're trying to woozle me, huh?
That's just one as well.
No, you said if these 3 hit after every win, I take a shot. What if y'all going to winning streak?
What you said after every win, I might have to take a shot.
I said might. I said might. What happened if y'all get on a winning streak?
Keep shotting because that shot started it.
The shot started
that started it.
Hey man, let's let the fans vote on that, man. Let's take it to the people, man.
Are we gonna get a real poll this time?
We are show the people.
You saw.
I said the comments. I read more comments that say you should go to Waffle House than more comments that say you shouldn't go. Therefore, that poll say you're going. This week, all three just hit. Kenny, you throw 2 touchdown passes. Y'all win this ball game. And if that offense gave us we haven't had a 400-yard game in 2-3. I don't know how long it's been. It's been so long. When the last time?
It's been probably.
Boy, it's been Eric, when the last time Steelers had 400 yards of total offense? Can you find that?
Last time you brought it up, I remember you saying like 57 or something. Oh,
58 games. How many seasons is that?
Man, that's like 5.
17. The last 3 years have been 17 years, right?
Yeah.
3+ years? Oh, man. Yeah. The streak will be broken this Sunday. Steeler fans. And it's because of me and my willingness to take a shot.
I think you need to come to the game.
Cincy? Nah, I can't I can't come.
Okay.
I'd be too emotionally involved in person. It ain't good for my soul. I'd rather watch on TV. And then also too, I'm involved in so much fantasy football. I need that red zone package. I need to see everything. That red zone is the best thing going on Sunday. I ain't lying to you. I can watch every game almost. With fantasy. Wait, nothing better than Red Zone. Red Zone is the best show ever. Red Zone is even better than Law and Order. Law and Order is my favorite show. SVU. I love Law and Order. But Red Zone, Pat P. Oh, yeah. I thought you was going to get you one. Pat, you got 9 PBUs quietly on the year, too. Before we go, let's talk about it. You got 9 PBUs quietly on the year. You overdue for a pick. That means.
No, I do. I am definitely overdue for a pick, man. It's going to come, Mac. I just really haven't, honestly, I really haven't had a real opportunity to go after the ball, man, to be quite honest with you. Because on that stop route that I broke up against Mari, like I had a good beat on it, but the quarterback, if you go back and look, my hand was on his back because I wanted to secure the tackle in that sunlight.
Yeah.
Coming off that side of the field, man, I don't know what it was. It's just that you really can't get a good, beat on the ball, but I just played it safe because I obviously didn't want to miss it and have him turn up the field and go for 6. But most important, they're coming. Yeah, just be patient. But you're getting your hands on footballs, man. That's a good thing to see as well. So hope you guys enjoyed our show. Pat P gave us, his assessment on the game. I spoke for the people, for the fans, for the most part. That you always do.
That's my job. And we just came to the conclusion that I'll take a shot if all 3 predictions happen, most importantly with the win. Pittsburgh win, 2 touchdowns from Kenny Pickett, 400 yards total offense. That's a good shot. And we and Pat P will figure out what we going to, because he said he's going to take a shot as well. I think he should take 2 shots since he's a drinker. And I'm not.
There you go again.
What?
There you go again.
I don't understand what I said wrong.
Why I have to take 2 shots? You should be the one taking 2 shots.
I don't drink. What are we doing?
Oh.
Okay, we drink 1 shot then. That's okay.
All right, there you go. Thank you.
Even though you're a drinker, but okay, we take 1 shot. And for anybody else that want to take a shot with us together to celebrate this,
it's called me a drinker.
Yeah, it's okay. You grown. You drink, right? It's okay. You're professional.
I like to have a drink.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, drink will sound bad. No.
Okay.
No. I'm not a drinker.
You drink here or there. Is that better?
There you go. I like to have a drink on special occasions when I'm out, with the wife, with the boys.
Yeah.
I have a drink. I like a little devil's nectar. I ain't like you.
Devil's nectar. There ain't no wrong with a little devil's nectar.
I drink a little devil's nectar.
Yeah. And we're going to take these shots, these winning shots on Sunday. And for anybody that want to partake in our shot taking together, we welcome you. That's what we do. That's how we feel. That's how sick I want to take a shot for y'all to win. I want y'all to win, so I'm going to take a shot. That's how we going. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, Pat.
Yeah, I'm with it. I like it.
That's what.
I like it.
Fans, tune in. Listen, when it happens Sunday, those 3 predictions, just know Mac Main, BMac is going to take a shot of whatever alcohol, devil's nectar. It might do something to my chest, might put some extra hair on my chest, but I'm ready. I think it's going to happen. Pat P, get you some rest. You got Jake Brownie coming up. From the, you know what school, you know what college he went to?
No.
Hey, you know it's bad when you playing against a quarterback. You don't even know what school he went to. He went to Washington.
Yeah, no, man.
University of Washington. He did some numbers at Washington too when he was there. He did some numbers, man.
Hey, man, he's a capable man because he's a backup. So
no question, he wouldn't be capable if he wasn't the backup. He wouldn't
exactly.
even be.
So
Yes.
I'm not looking past him at all. I'm sorry, I did not know what school he went to.
But y'all whole defense probably don't know what school he go to. Y'all figure out when y'all get the scout report. But
exactly.
you know what I mean? I just be watching so much college football. I pretty much know a lot of people. DTR went to UCLA. DTR was nice.
I know that. I did know that because there was a lot on ABC a lot last year when he was in college. So I used to have an opportunity to watch him play.
Yeah, he went to UCLA. So.
I used to call him little Travis Scott when he was there. Like, look at little Travis Scott out there.
He do favor Travis Scott a little bit. Yeah, he do favor Travis Scott. All right, well, Pat P, get you some rest.
We'll do, my guy.
And we see you on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Until next time.
Yep.
Peace.